All right, so we want to provide for you a general care instructions of what should be done with your balloons. First of all, every single design that we deliver that isn't a garland will come in a clear plastic bag. That plastic bag serves a purpose, both in the heat of the summer and the cold of the winter. It gives a little bit of insulation around the balloons against those extreme temperatures. If we go back to our grade school science class, hot air expands, cold air contracts. So if it is out in the cold, those balloons will shrink because the air inside is contracting and it leaves gaps in the balloons. So it's going to look like they're wilted. Likewise, in the heat, the air inside gets hot and it expands. And an expanding balloon means it's going to pop. And that is not what we want with balloons, right? So the cold, they will eventually warm up and they're going to pop back up and look wonderful. But if it's popped and there's nothing we can do about it. So what we say is when we deliver it, both in the heat of the summer and the cold of the winter, leave them in the bag until they come back up to room temperature, 15, 20 minutes for them to get nice and climatized. And then you can take them out of the bag and they should be fine. If with the cold, some of our glue sometimes gets too cold and frigid. If you take that bag off too soon, sometimes the glue will come detached. Just take a look at it and just press them together again once it warms up, and that glue will reactivate and it will stick again, okay? Just be patient with it. It has to, I call them Goldilocks balloons for a reason. The temperature has to be just right. So take the time to do that. In your house, venue, whatever, it's always best, if you're looking for longevity in your balloons, to keep it out of direct sunlight. Likewise, in your car, if you're picking up, you're going to want the temperature to be, if you're comfortable in like a t-shirt or long sleeve shirt, that's what your balloons will be comfortable in. If it's too hot, too cold, you're going to end up with these problems. Too hot being the worst, because that's going to pop them and there's no going back from that. The direct sunlight will oxidize your balloons and it make them too hot, that sort of thing. It's not good. So keep them in a fairly shaded area in your home for longevity of the balloons. Obviously, keep them away from anything sharp. When you're taking them out of the bag, make sure you don't have sharp jewelry on your hands. If you're one of the wonderful lucky people that can have long fingernails, maybe let someone else in your family take them out of the bag. We don't want them to get popped. Believe me, I'm jealous. I can't keep long fingernails because they pop when I make the balloons. So that's basically the thing. The heat and sunlight is our enemy. Extreme colds is not great, but we really don't want them to get that way because the way our designs are built, they're usually layered on each other. And if one of them starts losing firmness because it's cold, it can actually make the whole design topple. So really, we want to make sure when we are loading our van, we have the van preheated or warmed up or cooled down in the summer with the air conditioning, and we go from there. You will see when they arrive, if they've been out in the cold, they're going to be condensed a little bit. So we do everything in our power to keep them at a normal temperature. I think that covers everything. I hope it answered your question.